All right. Okay, you ready, Lee?
Let's go. Podcast number
67.
67. Last one of the
Last
year.
one of the year. All
Last
right, here
one.
we go.
Let's go.
3, 2. Hi, I'm Trent Maxwell,
And I'm Lee Mason.
and we want to welcome you to our Live, Learn, Survive podcast. Since 2018, Lee and I travelled the globe and met face-to-face over 23,000 children. We created a series of children's books and Max's Rescue Squad where teens and young adults can learn life skills online that not only help themselves but help others too. We take what we do very seriously ourselves, not so much, as you soon will hear. So let's spend the next half an hour together with some fun, inspiration and kindness, and we'll try and learn something too. How are you this week, Lee?
I'm good, Maxie. How are you?
I'm looking right at you.
You're sat next
good.
to me. We're
You're looking
sat
good.
here. Last podcast
Of the year.
of the year.
Yeah, so we got a, we've got an action-packed episode today.
Yeah, action-packed. And
We had a squad Zoom with the Max's Rescue Squad yesterday, and we incorporated a lot of our members to help us fill out the blanks for this week's episode, which is very exciting. So shout out to all the
so we got all the notes, and shout out to the Rescue Squad.
Shout out to the Rescue Squad. They're legends, and we love catching up with them every month.
Yeah.
And if you are listening and you are interested in the Rescue Squad, check it out. It's all over our socials.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. And a good thing as well this week, Maxie, we're actually recording this on video.
We are.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
We're going to put it on YouTube, and then anybody who wants to see what it looks like happening in the reel
how we do it,
can see it.
can see it. So
Perfect. Okay, Maxie, start with the quote. You got the quote there. What do we got?
Okay, so the quote this week is: "The greatest pleasure in life is doing what others say you cannot do."
How good's that?
That's great. I love that. It's very true. So, if people say you can't do it, prove them wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, that's simple as that. And coming into Christmas and the New Year, there's a lot of people setting up their goals for 2023.
Yeah.
Set some realistic goals and have a crack. And I hope you all have a good.
Yeah, they got
beginning.
Crazier the better. Who says you can't? Who says you can't? So
Exactly right. So,
go for it. Crazier the better. And you know what? You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Alrighty.
So over the next 40 minutes, I suppose, it'll be a bit longer than usual. We've got a fair bit to get through today. But same sort of setup. Can you remember when? Good news, Renovact Kindness, Jobs of the Week, Unfortunate Event, Dad Joke, Tip of the Week, Playlist, Quick Five, and the Rule for the Rule.
I've got to hide my dad joke because you sat next to me. That's like, don't want to be giving that away. So, can you remember when?
Can you remember when? Here we are. Can you remember when, Lee?
Yeah, so this podcast is dedicated to our rescue squad. And we had our Zoom, was it yesterday, day before, can't remember. And as we were setting up the Zoom, I couldn't believe how incredible it was that I think even on the Zoom, there was like 10 countries. There's like over 20 countries represented in the rescue squad. And I couldn't believe how many of these people we'd actually met
this year,
which is almost unthinkable when we think back to what the first of the year looked like. So we were talking about it. We're going to put a little reel together of some of those photos of everyone that we've met. So let's talk about where we met some of them. So the first ones.
Yeah, the first few was Annika and Heather at Windsor
Castle.
That was great.
Yeah.
Caught up with them and went for a nice coffee and a bite to eat at a local cafe.
Tea and a slice of cake. We just arrived in England.
And we got a photo just in front of Windsor Castle, which is great. It was good to see them, and we've been keeping in touch ever since for the rescue squad and for our socials.
Yeah.
And who else was there?
Then we went to Wales. And the Amy's were there.
Both the Amy's, they're both teachers.
Two Amy's, Amy and Amy.
And Amy branched off and created a newsletter for the rescue squad every 3 months. So.
She did, and they drove about 2.5, 3 hours to see us, which was really nice. So we met the Amy's. Then we went up to Scotland.
And we saw Emily.
and she was lifeguarding at the pool. So
She showed us around the workplace, which is great.
yeah, which was amazing. And then we also met their young Riley.
Riley's a little legend.
Yeah, who is our resident piper.
Resident piper for the rescue squad. So
Every rescue squad needs to have a bagpiper. Come on, so Riley, and also there, who we met that day, who completely stole my heart, little Nico. Little Nico had his Max's Rescue Squad t-shirt on with his little tartan flanny shirt over the top.
And
his books. And yeah, I've got to be really, have we missed anyone else out in the UK thing now?
We probably have, and we
probably have, and I'm so sorry. And then Sam turned up in Australia all the way from Amsterdam.
Yeah, she came and visited me down at Tamarama Beach and had a good chat with her and a friend, and then she came up to Brisbane to see you.
She did, and we went for lunch, and she was absolutely terrified because she was really worried about her English.
Yeah.
And she was going to have to sit and have lunch with me. But we had the best day, and I walked her and showed her around a bit of Brisbane City, which was amazing.
And then we flew over to America and we saw Monica.
Met Monica, who's been doing some intern work with us. So she was there waiting to meet us at LAX, which was incredible.
She was great.
And then we met all Monica's family. We met Mum.
Yeah.
We met Auntie and Uncle, who Ubered us around a little bit. And, so that was amazing. And then we met
Lila. Yeah, so we caught up with Lila at a cafe in LA, and she's telling us all about her junior Los Angeles Fire Department Academy program she does, and she's passed in the last couple of weeks. So
exactly. So well done to Lila. And I've just remembered Sophie, South Shield Sophie.
Oh, of course, Sophie. She's the future Bondi lifeguard.
Future Bondi lifeguard, the smiley Sophie. She always comes great on the Zooms and is smiley. So smiley Sophie, I need to just check my phone for the photos, but I can't because we're recording it. So if I've missed anybody or we've missed anybody, apologies. But I reckon that's a fair effort, a fair few air miles, and how great that all these people were spread all around the world, and every month we catch up.
And the exciting thing is going into 2023, it just keeps getting bigger and better, and there'll be more people, and who knows, in a couple of years we might even have conferences where we can all catch up every year. That'd be cool. That's cool. Absolutely.
Moving
right along. Yes. So, good news and random act of kindness.
Let's do it.
All right, Lee, this week, a little bit different again.
Yeah.
We asked the squad members to give us some good news and some random act of kindness.
Yeah.
And we'll start it off with Heather told us that little young Paisley, her little son, he's just started to learn to swim, or he's been swimming, especially all this cold weather in England, which is awesome. And shout out to Heather for getting the kids swimming early ages.
Absolutely.
It does save lives. So anyone listening, please learn to swim, especially if you have kids. It's a very important life skill to have. And
even, younger than you probably even think, just, sit with them in the water, get them comfortable in water.
100%.
It's just such an important skill. So shout out to Heather for that.
Shout out to Heather.
Then Riley. Back to Riley, our resident piper. The rescue squad piper, Riley, has been piping at the school concert this week.
Which is pretty big achievement, considering I feel like a lot of Scottish people would play the pipes. And, he's the man in front of the
We saw you have a go on the bagpipes this year, Maxie.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal.
It wasn't ideal. And so Riley, we want a clip of that school concert. We want to share that because that's a massive achievement.
And we spoke to Amy, and Amy was telling us that her special ed
school. So she works for a school that have got children that learning difficulties, and they've never had the chance to do a school concert. I know, never done a school concert. And earlier in the year, the children said this is something that they'd love to do. So Amy, this is why we love her and why she's part of our rescue squad, I can make that happen. So she wrote the play. They've practiced challenge, they've done all their rehearsals, that's the word I was looking for, and all of this. And this week, their school, for the first time, did a Christmas concert.
And she
Shout out to Amy.
She sent me a link to the Instagram of the school, and there's a few photos up on of there of the play that they did. So well done, Amy.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work.
Massive, Amy. This is why you're part of our rescue squad, and we love you. How good are teachers? And then we, our good news, Maxie, we put out a little bit of a teaser about Marathon May.
Marathon May, which is 5 months away.
5 months away. We've got plenty of planning to do.
And basically, with Live, Learn, Survive, now that we're a charity, we want to do our first charitable event or fundraising event, include everyone around Australia and around the world if we can. Where in May, we're going to be doing a marathon, the number 42. So
Yes.
42 people every hour of every day drown. And we're going to try and bring those statistics down by raising awareness and trying to get people involved and talking about the conversation of drownings that happen all around the world. So 42, what's your 42?
Yeah.
There'll be more information coming.
Absolutely. So, you know, we're not talking like triathletes here. We're not expecting people to run a marathon. It might be 42 steps.
It might be 42 reps of a weight, or it might be 42 books in the month.
Yeah, 40
That's
or 42 pages.
42
That'd be me,
pages.
because I'm a one page and I fall
42
asleep.
podcasts.
Kinda, you know, 42 podcasts in a month. Like, you know, so it's what's your 42?
42
Stop
healthy
thinking.
cooking recipes. So it's not just about exercise.
Yeah, it's about the number 42.
It could be anything. So it's exciting.
Exactly. 42 glasses of water
42 glasses of water. That's
a
good
week.
one.
Oh, that could be.
Oh,
Oh,
you
okay,
should be-
okay.
you should be drinking
That too
more.
many? That's
No, you should be drinking more.
Oh, okay, right, yeah, okay, scrub that. Okay, next thing, and then yesterday we had our second board meeting
with
for the
Tiff.
charity with Tiff, our treasurer, finance genius, grown up, keeps
She's
us
a
in
legend.
check.
She
Tiff,
does.
our legend. A lot of good news this week.
Lot of
Been
good
a
news.
good time. So,
But
so
yeah,
yeah.
just quickly, just before we wrap up from the Random Act of Kindness, just with Marathon May, there will be more information in January about that. So how you can at home get involved and support. So we'd love to have more. The merrier. Please, if you want to support, get involved.
Yeah, come on board. Come and join us. So, yeah, amazing. Right, okay, Maxie, you sat next to me, but I know you've been there. What's happening?
Yeah, Lee, job of the week this week. The job of the week, we had a fire, we had a couple of car accidents, we had a couple of medical access emergencies, concern for welfare. Notice how every week I say the same thing. It's always the same.
Busy.
We're always busy. We're always doing something. But this week we went a little bit different. We asked a few of the squad members if they've had any jobs of the week, and a few people got back to us and said that they have.
Yeah, they did. So, this is like, and the whole thing about the rescue squad is that, just learning, just little tips that might help you if you find yourself in a situation out of the normal. So, Katie, first one, had was it a little cousin?
Yeah, no, she was working at the school or something.
Oh, that's right,
the school, the pool, and then someone started choking on a
lollipop.
I think it was a little cousin, but they're outdoors.
Yeah, they were outdoors somewhere.
Yeah,
so.
it's a lollipop, and Katie sprang into action and rescued the child, which is awesome. So
amazing.
So that reminds us, we might have to do a choking video for the rescue squad in the next couple of months. So
I'll write that on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what else have we got here? We've got Emily from Aberdeen.
Aberdeen, yes, this was a bit scary.
They had an unconscious person get pulled out like a near miss at the pool.
Yeah.
CPR,
CPR,
defib. Yeah,
defib.
and I think they got the guy back. So
yeah,
well done.
man recovered. So well done, Emily. Amazing.
And what else have we got here?
Oh, we got Emma in Ontario, in Canada. So Emma has been looking after a friend's little boy, or after school care, basically. So she's been doing after school care, but not just looking after. They've been baking salt dough cookies and decorating them for Christmas cookies, so that this little fella's got Christmas presents to give to his family. So we were like,
how good's that?
how good's that, Emma?
I love your work, Emma.
Yeah, amazing.
And we spoke to Monica yesterday,
Yes.
and Monica was saying that her first grade, the school that we visited a couple of weeks ago in LA, West Hollywood, or not West Hollywood, Hollywood.
Hollywood, yeah. Literally Hollywood.
Yeah, the first grades, they're all very keen to go into the next semester learning CPR.
Yeah. And we've got two of our very kindly gifted CPR dummies
With Monica.
are with Monica in LA. We've left them there. And Monica's going to be taking one of those dummies into school to just start an intro, the littlies, into CPR. And that's
amazing.
Amazing.
And there's a CPR video that I did a couple of weeks ago when I was in Calabasas that will be coming out. So we'll be sharing that, and everyone listening to this podcast will be able to watch that and learn a few tips about resuscitation.
And we did take quite a few of those little, the clippy, grabby koalas kind of things, and apparently there's a bit of a koala zoo going off in the school in Hollywood, and everybody wants to know more about koalas now, so we better get them some more information sent. So that's amazing. And then unfortunate event. Let's see.
Unfortunate event. Here we go. What have we got this week?
It was me. It was
What
me.
have you got, Lee?
It was me. I was away down the beach, walking along the beach, put my sunglasses on my head, as you know, 90% of photographs of me anywhere in the world, I've got sunnies on my head.
Yeah.
Put my sunnies on the head, all the frame cracked. Gutted. And then my hair get
I've already got your Christmas present this year.
when your hair gets you got your hair gets stuck in the crack of the arm. Oh no. Nightmare situation. So that was my unfortunate.
Yeah, well, my unfortunate event was I ride the scooter to and from the eastern suburbs to the airport, and the other morning, it was a clear night, everything was good. Had a good sleep, woke up, saw a bit of a rain cloud coming. I thought, you never get wet usually on this ride. It's only about a 20-minute ride on the scooter. And as soon as I left, just got absolutely saturated. But for some reason, I don't know why or how, I never ever take, but I took my dry robe. My dry robe kept me. Saved me. I would have been like a drown. My pants were completely saturated. So I'm walking through the airline lounge. And the way that the water trickled down my pants, it looked like I actually weighed myself.
Oh no, Maxie, that's not a good look.
Anyone seen the movie Billy Madison? When the kid weighs himself and he's got the big patch across his crotch and there's down the leg. That's exactly how mine looked, and it was I just kind of just.
Well, good job it was a Sunday morning, wasn't it?
You know what? It was. But I just walked through the airport, just head held high. I go,
Yeah,
you know what? I know
Yeah.
that I didn't wee myself, but some people might have thought I did.
Exactly.
But I just make eye contact with everyone. Make sure everyone's eyes are looking at my eyes. As soon as their eyes wandered, hey, what are you doing? Where are you looking?
They might have thought, oh, that's like God, Maxie. He's just come straight out of the ocean. He's got a flight to catch.
Yeah.
That's what they might have thought. That's all right.
Maybe.
So and poor Monica, she just moved into her new apartment in Los Angeles. Never rains in LA.
Never rains in
LA. It's rained as Monica moved in, and one of the windows was not sealed.
And a little bit of a minor flooding.
Yeah, exactly. So we've all copped a bit of it this week, but never mind. It's nearly Christmas. We're all
nearly Christmas. So speaking
of
Christmas cheer, have you got any jokes for us this week, Lee?
I've only got one dad joke.
One dad joke.
Only one, because they're on my phone and my phone's recording this. So I've only got my one dad joke, and I've had to write it because I'm hopeless at remembering.
Okay,
so I'm just leaning away so you can't see it. So Maxie, what do you prefer to drink at Christmas? Hot spicy wine? Warm spicy wine? Cold spicy wine? Or none of the above?
None of the above.
Okay, it was a multiple choice question. A multiple choice question.
Yeah, I'll give it. That's good.
That's all right. I won last week, so you might win this week. Come on then, what you got?
Well, mine's just very basic.
Okay. Okay.
Why don't you ever see Santa in the hospital?
I don't know, Maxie. Why do you never see Santa in the hospital?
Because he has private elf care.
Oh, that's good. You win this week. Very festive. Very festive. Private
You
elf
get it?
care.
Get
Oh.
it? Private elf care.
Yeah. Oh, Maxie, you just like that. That was excellent. That was excellent.
Anyway, that's good. It's good to
left
get a
the
win.
year on a high.
Yeah,
That's
it's
exactly good stuff. Good stuff. So,
All right. Tip of the week.
tip of the week.
Okay, everyone. Tip of the week this week is Christmas lights,
Yes.
and we filmed it yesterday
We did.
up here in Brisbane. Thank you, Lee, for donating your tree.
Exactly.
It's a good video. We talk about overloaded power boards. We talk
Yeah.
about candles. We talk about faulty lights. We
Yeah.
talk about synthetic plastics that trees are made from. How quick a fire can take hold of a property when the fires get, the flammable trees catch a light.
Yeah.
So, it's a really good little video. Just coming into Christmas, just make sure you look after yourselves. Make sure you turn your lights off before you go to bed or when you leave the house. And it's a good little video.
Yeah, because everyone loves to see the big houses done with all the big Christmas decorations and stuff, but with all that extra, I think you would call it, Maxi, fuel.
All the extra fuel, yeah.
Then you just got to be careful, and it's nice to, one of the Heather on the rescue squad was saying, people leaving the lights on in the window overnight, and yes, it looks beautiful to see all of that, but when you've gone to bed, switch them off.
Switch them off.
Yeah, switch them off. I'm switch everything off at night.
It's kind of the same as cooking as well. Like, always keep looking when cooking, as they
Yeah.
say. So, if you're watching you cooking, the fire's not going to start. If you're watching
Yeah.
the lights of the tree, I'm not saying you're always watching the tree, but peripheral vision, if you're watching telly and you see the tree, just be mindful of the light wispy smoke and a couple of sparks. It's electrical sparks.
We did I think I said this to you yesterday when we were filming it. Back when I, very first got our very first Christmas tree. And I think, back in the day, you used to have fuses in the plugs and things like that. If you got the wrong fuse in, you could overpower, and we literally had smoky Christmas lights. Very scary. So we never ever made that mistake again. So long time ago. So so what do we got now then, Maxie? On the playlist, yes.
So with the rescue squad, everyone knows we have a Spotify playlist. So every week when someone joins up, they give us their favourite happy-go-lucky songs from all around the world, and we sometimes add songs. And this week you say, is it who gave
Heather. I think Heather gave it because I think we're going to use this for the reel when I
Yes.
put the reel together. So we decided to put it in the playlist.
All right, so we're going to play a bit of the songs. Here we go.
Very early for dancing, mate. We're on YouTube. You
No
gotta dance,
coffee.
mate. I know. Another long intro.
Long intro.
It's Christmas week though, it's good.
Should be a Christmas carol.
Yeah, but then you've got to listen to it the whole of the year. There we go. We are family.
Good song.
Thank you, Heather. Great choice. We are family, and that's for all the rescue squad. And it's such a great group of people, and it's like, a bit of mentoring, just like leadership. We've got a Facebook group. If you are interested, please ask us about it because, it's a very inclusive, everyone welcome space. So,
it's great.
good on your rescue squad. So right now, they've now said us the quick five. They're not so quick five. They've said us some questions. So I'm going to start because there's a couple of these here that are lifeguard related. So I reckon we'll get those out. We'll do those first. Are you ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready for them.
Okay. How and what made you want to become a lifeguard?
I was very lucky at an early age to get into the sport surf lifesaving, and I knew early on that I wanted to be a firefighter as well. And I don't know how or why, but I knew that lifeguarding and lifesaving was going to be a stepping stone on me achieving that goal of becoming a firefighter. So I joined the life because you work in the community, you do first aid, you do rescues, you're on the beach. You work within a team. So there's a lot of attributes and qualities that stem to become a firefighter. So that's why I become a lifeguard, and I love it. I've been doing it for nearly 17 years, and yeah.
And you know what? There's such a shortage of lifeguards.
There is.
Everywhere in the world at the moment. And I think lifeguarding and the skills that you learn can take you into so many career opportunities.
Definitely.
And even if you're in an office, there's always the person that's the first aid person. And it may be, you know, where you just get that recognition for like a little bit more responsibility, or you might get paid for doing that. It's skills that open so many doors.
Seconds count in an emergency situation. If someone has a rough idea of what to do to stop bleeding, to do resuscitation, to help that person, you're potentially saving that person's life. So
exactly.
Again, anyone listening, if you have an opportunity to join your local pool or go to your local beach, become a lifeguard. It's a great job to do.
Exactly. So needed too. So next one, again about lifeguarding, particularly down at Bondi. Has there ever been anyone employed out of Australia?
Yes, there has been. So we've had Mario from Italy. We've had a couple of other lifeguards from interstate. So we had a couple of guys from Tasmania, Queensland, Perth or Western Australia.
Yeah, so it's not just Sydney people.
It's not just Sydney people. We've got a French lifeguard at the moment that's just started.
Wow.
His name's Gideon.
Amazing. That's awesome. That's good to know. And also, scariest rescue.
Scariest rescue. So as a lifeguard, it was on Bondi Rescue a couple of years ago. Really big surf, about 10 to 15 foot. We got called to two fishermen getting washed off a boat around the corner. We went around there, me and Ben Quigley, and rescued them. I took my life jacket off because the other person didn't have one and they had to stay afloat. The guy that we rescued ended up having 2, I think, or 3 heart attacks on the way to hospital. He ended up living, making full recovery, but it was a very hairy situation. And as a firefighter, you know, every fire is dangerous. You know, it's dark, it's hot, you can't see much, you got all the gear on, it's heavy. You got an offside or someone else with you got to look after and make sure they're okay as well. Probably the biggest one was a factory fire I went to a couple of years ago where a big gas explosion happened while we were inside. It was,
that would be scary.
Yeah, and you know, all you see is just orange bright light and a big bang. But yeah, every week there's some sort of hairy situation or danger that comes with the job. You know, as simple as going to a car accident on the freeway and putting the truck in the fend off position and jumping out of the truck and someone not paying attention. You know, you can get clipped by a car and die that way. So, you know, there's always the hidden dangers. We work on the road, we work in houses.
Well, every time you clock onto work, you just don't know what you're going to face.
You know, we do a lot of concern for welfares and medical accesses. You know, sometimes we go to people that are quite heavy, and you know, that could be even personal injuries. You could do your back, you can, you know, hurt your arms. So
mobility issues and things.
So there's some always danger, but that was a good question. That was from Riley.
Yeah, exactly. So right, now on to other things for both of us. How many countries have we been to?
So
we're just having a quick tot-up.
We're trying to count on our hand and stuff like that. Without boring you all, it would take us 5 minutes to go through them all. But I think it's around 16 or 17 for me. Yeah,
and I reckon I've probably been to 18 or 19. So been to many of the same ones lots of times, but yeah, very, very lucky to have travelled to you know, see a few of them. So, and more to come. Canada's on my list. We promised them Canada. So
yeah.
Alrighty. So next question. Aspirations, Maxie. Any like personal goals, or have we got any live, learn, survive goals? What have we got?
So for me, personal, just stay mentally and physically healthy and fit.
Yeah.
As I get older, I want to look after my body more. So personal is just, and being the best version of yourself, trying to be more positive, more happy, and more inclusive, and more, just more present. That's for me.
Yeah, for me personally, happy, healthy, and kind. That's it.
Yeah.
I reckon if you can be
Those
happy,
three things will happen.
without health, you've got nothing, and just be kind because the world needs kindness. So that's me. And then live, learn, survive. Oh, we got a few.
Yeah, there's a few goals for Live, Learn, Survive. And me and Lee did a 6 month, a year, a 2 year, a 3 and a 5 year video about goals and things that we want to achieve. So basically, we Live, Learn, Survive is just getting more and more people that know about us, what we're trying to achieve, trying to bring that drowning statistic, have kids and young adults know how to do CPR, know fire safety, and get the books out there as well.
Yeah, get the books to every child that we possibly can. And you know what? The big goal, a Live, Learn, Survive conference.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
We're just putting it out there. So that's all of that. Next question. Biggest inspiration.
Biggest inspiration. So there's a number of people that inspire me. And you know what? You take the good, positive, happy traits out of people, because you know no one's perfect. So without trying to put but you know, you look up to someone, you're not going to follow everything they do, because they probably have a couple of things that don't line up to what you want to do or believe in. Yeah. So you know, try and surround yourself with good, like-minded, positive people, and cherry pick attributes. You know.
Yeah, like take you know the best from little bits of everything. I for me, like one of my first bosses was, you know, amazing as a boss and as a leader. And one of the things that I would have only been like 19 years old, and I got a management opportunity, and she really mentored me. And one of the things that she always said to me was, people will not always like what you say, but if you're fair and you can back up why you made a decision, then you've done your job. Yeah. And I thought, you know what, that is so true. If you can be fair, people might not always like what you say, but if you're in a position of leadership, you're not there to be liked. You're there to
be fair.
You know, so you know, it's sometimes, you know, like the people that you look up to are not necessarily always famous people. Yeah. They're people in your life that have just had a really good influence on you. So yeah, good question. And it could be even people like, you know, people in leading in surf, lifesaving, in guiding, in, you know, all these people are brilliant mentors for younger people. Yep. Last thing, Maxie.
Hidden talents.
Have we got any?
Well, me and you both looked at each other blank looks, like trying to work out.
I can't juggle. I can't juggle. Can you juggle?
No.
You can't hula hoop either.
I can cook though. I was a bit tall, but I do like to cook, and I cook most shifts at the fire station, and I try and cook a lot at home as well. So,
the boys might buy you an apron for Christmas.
They might, but yeah, I do like cooking.
Yeah. Well, I'm a mean sewer. I can make a mean swimsuit. So that's like, you know, but then that was kind of my job that I trained for, so that's probably not the best thing. But I am not a good cook, but Christmas Day, I come into my own with my Yorkshire puddings.
Yes, Yorkshire puddings. My
Yorkshire pudding, Jamie Oliver's recipe. Anyone who's just like, you know, when's this going to go out? The 23rd. Just got time if you need to Google Jamie Oliver's Yorkshire pudding recipe.
Yeah, and Jamie Oliver's crispy potatoes.
Yes.
With the vinegar. You got to add vinegar.
You got to have a splash of the malt vinegar.
Yeah.
Parboiling.
Yeah.
Crunch them all up.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Yorkshire puddings, it's all about the sunflower oil and the third egg.
There you go. Third egg.
There you go. Anyway, that's it. Hidden talents. That's all we got. We haven't got time enough to find out. Exactly. Alrighty, so what else? Where are we at? Rule for the rule book.
So the rule for the rule book this week, everyone, is...
Well, we ended up with getting two. We had one, and then I think it was Emma who gave us the second one. So we'll start... shall we go with this one? Yeah, we'll go with that one first, Maxie.
Yeah. So sometimes you have to break the rules.
Yeah, so the rules
Sometimes you have to break the rules. So I'm not saying break the rules all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to break the rules to do good.
Yeah, exactly. So, we're not talking like, big rules. We're not talking about the law. We're talking little rules. So yeah, just sometimes you just gotta, break the rules, and that's way. And the last rule, it's Christmas, so we just put easy on the Christmas cake.
Go easy on the Christmas cake.
Go easy on the Christmas cake.
You know what? Stuff it. It's Christmas. Go for it. Go for it. We come into the new year. We've got to get everyone ready for Marathon
Well,
Monday.
I am. That's it. January the 1st. It's on. My training starts. You can hold me to account on this podcast.
Yeah.
We should tell people we are gonna have a little break. We've never not put a podcast out every week, and we are gonna give ourselves a little break.
So 3 weeks. I think the next episode will be on the 18th. I'll tell you right now.
It's
going
gonna
to
be
be on the 20th
of January. So as everyone knows, it's the big holidays here in Australia. Half the country is away until the middle of January. So we're going to have a little break. We'll be back on the 20th of January. And we'll be...
Big year.
We have got a big year, and then we'll be straight back into training. Marathon May. Watch your 42.
Watch your 42, everyone. I hope you all have a safe and wonderful Christmas and a happy new year, and we'll see you in 2023.
Yeah, thanks for listening this year. We are so, so grateful. So take care, stay safe, and happy new year.
Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.
Awesome.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
See you next year.